So May 8th is finally here. As I promised, I would keep you all updated on the Overlord news and anything else that potentially would come out today. And it's been a day. It's been a crazy day. If you've been browsing, let's say any anime manga community, you probably have heard about a few things, but if not, don't worry. I'm here to clarify everything that we know so far. So, first up, we have the whole Overlord situation. Overlord Season 4 is officially announced. Officially. So it's no longer a rumor. It's no longer a leak. It's happening. On top of that, there is an anime film of Overlord being made as well. Now, there's not much information on that, but I'm going to assume that it's probably going to take place after Season 4 of the anime, and hear me out and I'll explain why. So, Overlord Season 4 is being made by the same studio that has done the first 3 seasons, Madhouse Studio, and I did a little bit of digging, actually, because I was very curious, because I was thinking to myself, I haven't seen Madhouse Studio make an anime in a very long while. It's been a bit. I decided to really just find out any information I could to see what they have been working on, because usually when you hear about studios, now you hear about Wit Studio, you hear about, Mappa, you hear about JC Staff, etc. You hear these common studios, even White Fox, I worked on ReZero, but I haven't heard Madhouse mentioned in a very long time. So I looked at what they recently have worked on, or what they're about to work on, and this is all I could find. Like the recent stuff, the 3 recent things that's been announced for them I could find, and it's kind of shocking, honestly. The last thing they really worked on was something in 2020, and the 2021 series, the 2 series that you can see here, are coming out later this year, and they're not out yet. So basically, when you look at this, it's like their schedule, they haven't really had a lot, because if you go back a few years, Madhouse Studio was constantly getting anime after anime, just continuously pumping out the series left and right, which is very reminiscent of Mappa, that has been making a lot of series in these recent years. And regardless of how you feel about that, Madhouse was, at one point in time, people could say the king of anime studios. People loved them for everything they made. They made so many good series that people enjoy to this very day. Hunter x Hunter is one of them. So when you actually see that they haven't made something in a while, it kind of rings a bell in my head, maybe they actually have time to work on Overlord Season 4 and give it a lot more time and attention than they had in previous years. Because if we think about it, we know how the anime industry is. They continuously just pump out anime, and they don't really give a lot of time for the staff and everyone to really get a breather and just rest. Soon as they finish a project, they pretty much just dive right headfirst into the next project without any breaks whatsoever. There's people in Japan that literally die of overwork because of these type of situations. So we know for a fact that it's a common thing. It's definitely something that happens continuously in the anime industry. So I do wonder exactly if, Madhouse now, since they apparently don't seem that they've worked on something in a while, I wonder if they're going to give really all their time and attention to Overlord. So it could look a lot better than its CGI predecessor, how it looked with certain CGI moments, which is very exciting. Which that gets to the next thing, the movie, the film. So the Season 4 is going to be covering Volume 10, okay? Volume 10 of, Overlord. And the movie, if I had to assume, is probably going to cover the Holy Kingdom arc. And the reason why I say that is because the Holy Kingdom arc is the best way to describe it is very dark than anything that's happened previously in Overlord to this very point. So I think the only way to properly convey the Holy Kingdom arc in the anime would be through a film. So I'm under the impression, because since anime films are definitely now the trendy thing to do for the anime industry, that Overlord's movie will come out after Season 4 and will continue the story. So I'm all for that. I think everybody can agree movies have done a really good job in recent years. I mean, look at Demon Slayer. It speaks for itself. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to that one. But moving over, since we're speaking of CGI, it's time to talk about the Dragon Ball news. So, Akira Toriyama, he made a quick little disclaimer, pretty much talked about how, yes, there is a Dragon Ball movie coming. So, even though we know it's pretty much official at this point, thanks to Toei messing up yesterday, it's just nice to see that Toriyama, pretty much made a quick little note and it's like, hey, a movie's coming, and I'm excited for you guys to see it. There's going to be a very unexpected character you're going to be excited to see. But then the last phrase of what he says is something that I think has many of the community discussing and shocked about today, and that is they wanted to use something very experimental aesthetic-wise for the upcoming movie. And I think the first thing that people think of when they hear this type of line is CGI. I know that's what I thought. When I read the line, I'm like, does he mean that they want to make an entire CGI movie of Dragon Ball? And it's not really out of the realm of possibility. I mean, there's been many times to where Dragon Ball has had some CGI in it. I mean, even the Broly movie, which is, known for just beautiful fights, beautiful artwork and everything, it even had CGI, and even though the CGI was definitely jarring to a certain extent, it wasn't that bad, but I do wonder if this, experimental aesthetic that they're trying for a movie for the first time is a full CGI movie, or if it's something else. And the only thing I could really think of that could really be experimental or different, besides obviously colors and all that, or themes, I feel like would be probably rotoscoping, which I seen from Aku no Hana many years ago. It's the only anime that really comes to mind that I remember that used rotoscoping, and regardless of how you feel about it, that would be an interesting way to showcase Dragon Ball in a movie setting, or also stop motion. Now, stop motion would be really cool too, seeing it in Dragon Ball, but whatever the case may be, I am looking forward to finding out more information on this, but at this time, it's understandable why the community is concerned about it potentially being a full CGI movie. We'll just have to see as time goes on what's actually going to be revealed. But moving into the last piece of news that came out today, which is something that has me really freaking hyped. Ishida Sui is finally deciding to sit down and write. Like, he's been busy these past few years. Yes, he's worked on a game for the Nintendo Switch, and he has showcased a few times that he was working on another series, Superhuman X. But today, he posted a picture basically confirming that his manga is pretty much about done, and it's probably going to be publishing very soon, and it's a nice thing to see, because, once again, it's been 3 years. I want to make sure everybody understands that. Tokyo Ghoul ended in 2018. And now it is 2021. It's almost the 3rd year anniversary of Tokyo Ghoul Re's conclusion. So just to see that Ishida Sui is now making a new manga, and it's coming very soon, Superhuman X, that he's been teasing for a while now, I'm so pumped. I'm so pumped to see one of my favorite mangaka of all time write something new, see what it's about. It's probably going to be good. I mean, he's always really been good with everything he's done. I think everybody that, found my channel knows how much I love Tokyo Ghoul. I love the way he depicts symbolism, the character development, characterization, everything in Tokyo Ghoul I love. Even if you didn't like the conclusion of the series, you cannot deny that there's so much good in the series. And so I'm excited to see what Superhuman X has to offer, and when it comes out, I'll bet you right now, you should expect videos, because I cannot wait to just dive in and rip apart everything, because knowing the man, he's probably going to throw in so many hidden little things throughout the first chapter that I just cannot wait to actually sit down and talk about it. But yeah, that's pretty much about it when it comes to the news today. I just wanted to talk about all that, keep everybody up to speed, so you can look forward to an Overlord anime, you can look forward to the Dragon Ball movie being somewhat experimental, and then you can also look forward to Ishida Sui's new manga, Superhuman X. It's a good day. So anyways, guys, you have a wonderful day or not wherever you live. If you enjoy my content, please subscribe. If you got this video, please leave a like. And with that, Chibi out.